Moody's based its rating on what it calls a rising confidence in Ghana's institutions, which are expected to lead to stability in revenue and expenditure in the medium term. These include the recent financial sector reforms taken by the Bank of Ghana, the establishment of the Fiscal Responsibility and Advisory Councils, as well as the passage of the Fiscal Stability Act, which proffers sanctions for the Minister of Finance in case the government is unable to meet the budget deficit target of 5% or less in any given year. In Professor Osei Esibe's view, the upward review of Ghana's rating was expected.
I don't think we are going to see any further shocks within the financial system. The cleanup has ended now, largely from the mainstream to the lower end market. You've seen that enough reforms had gone on. There's now relative stability in the financial sector. The credibility is back. The confidence levels are now quite high. Banks have started turning out profits. Credit to the private sector is on the increase. So apart from the fact that the receiver is still recovering some of the funds that went down, and then the court cases, I think that most of the activities have been done, and that gives some confidence to the investor populace.
Moody's, however, cited some risk factors which could hamper the ability of the government to achieve some of its targets. These bordered on unplanned expenditure, especially during election years, and the impact of international development on prices of commodities like gold and oil. While admitting the existence of these likely impacts on the Ghanaian economy, Professor Esibe was optimistic that the government should be able to surmount them to attract investors as it seeks to.
Things like commodity risk, cocoa prices tumbling, or crude oil prices going down or high, there's very little that the country can do if they come. When it happens, then we have to make sure that we have a good policy response to make sure that it reduces the pass-through effect to the economy. So there are obviously underlying risks, but on the balance, I think that the positive outweighs the negative, though there are risks that we may not be able to achieve many of the things that have been set out to achieve within the year. But on the balance, I think that it's tilted more to the positive than to the negative.
Coincidentally, the latest rating comes at a time the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, is leading a government delegation on a roadshow for the 2020 Eurobond. The exercise is expected to raise $3 billion to support the government budget.